My name is Nancy Judd, and welcome to my kitchen. I'm here for Philadelphia cream cheese and the real women of Philadelphia. Thank you, Paula and Kraft, for sponsoring this wonderful contest. It's so fun to participate and be in. Today, we're going to make a wonderful recipe that I call hearty, old-world German potato soup. I made many years ago, and I had to peel all the potatoes and the carrots and cook the bacon. It was quite labor intensive. And a few years ago, I needed to make this soup, and I wanted to make it quickly. And so I found, of course, frozen products, frozen hash browns, carrots, and so forth. And I wanted to just go ahead and make this. So I have learned to do this recipe in about 20 minutes. For our ingredients to make this recipe, we first use a 16-ounce package of frozen hash brown Southern-style potatoes and a 16-ounce package of frozen sliced carrots, about a 2.3-ounce bottle of real bacon bits. However, you're going to leave some of the bacon bits out, about 2 tablespoons for your garnish. Then you're going to use a third of a cup of chopped onions. These are dehydrated. And about a third of a cup of dehydrated parsley flakes. And then you're going to put in about 3 tablespoons of chicken bouillon. When we come to the end, we'll be using 1 cup of sour cream, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar, and the most important ingredient, our Philadelphia cream cheese. This is what makes the soup so smooth and velvety and gives it the secret flavor that this soup contains. We're going to use a pot. Some people call them Dutch kettles or whatever, but I'm using this pot because I think it has so much personality. I know there's a history to it. I picked it up at a thrift store back east one year when we were visiting, and I just fell in love with it. And I've used it a lot. So the first thing we're going to do is put everything into the pot. Put in a 16-ounce package of frozen Southern-style hash brown potatoes. And make sure it's Southern-style. Then 1 16-ounce package of sliced frozen carrots. And then you're going to put in 1/3 cup of dehydrated onion flakes. And then 3 tablespoons of chicken bouillon granules, or you can use chicken base, and 3 tablespoons of dehydrated parsley flakes, and a bottle of real bacon bits. These come in about 3-ounce bottles, 2 to 3 ounces, and it's all cooked and ready for you, and you just put that right all into the pot. You just kind of mix it with a spoon, like so, and then you add your water. And you want to add your water so that it just covers the vegetable. It's about 6 to 7 cups. Now you take your pot of vegetables and put it on the stove, and I turn it on high. Bring this to a rolling boil, then cover it and turn down your heat to medium or medium-low and let it simmer for about 15 minutes. This picture has been in our family for years, and it reminds me of simpler times, of humble blessings and gratitude for our daily bread. And it has great meaning. It has great meaning to me. 6 months ago, my husband was in terrible pain and found that he had kidney stones. When they did a CT scan, they not only found kidney stones, but they found a malignant tumor in his lower lung. So, of course, he had to have surgery, and in doing so, they also found cancer in the lymph nodes. So, as soon as he was well, he was going to have to have chemotherapy and radiation. And I know a lot of you have been through this with family or friends. Everybody seems to know someone who seems to get cancer. My husband came home from the hospital on a Tuesday, and the day before, our youngest daughter, had been very sick, and she had been diagnosed with H1N1. As the week progressed, she got sicker and sicker, to the point that on Friday, after the Tuesday, my husband came home, she could barely breathe, and I took her to the emergency room. They immediately put her in intensive care, and they were going to life flight her to another hospital that had more facility to take care of her. She was on total life support. She was in a coma for 10 days and intensive care for that long. But they were able to get her into a rotating bed that literally saved her life. There are only 3 in our state and only 140 in the whole country. And she was lucky to get the 3rd bed. That Saturday, right after, as I said, my husband came home from surgery, the whole family flew in, as the doctors did not think that she would live the weekend. And we did not know what to think. They gave us little hope that she could survive the secondary infections that went with H1N1. Now, I don't know about you, but I do know that I didn't think much of H1N1 until this happened, and I realized why people died with these secondary infections. It just kills them. So she is now well. She was their miracle, and she came out of it. Our daughter started a blog spot which people throughout the entire world were praying for her, and I know that she made it because of the prayers of so many and the wonderful people in our church and friends and family and people we didn't even know. My husband has finished his chemotherapy and radiation and has been deemed cancer-free for the time being. My daughter's well, and we are so grateful for the many blessings that God has given to us, and that is so important, is family and friends and prayers. Our soup is done, and you can see how all the vegetables are cooked and it's all ready to go. With a handheld blender, we're just going to put this in the pot and we're going to pulverize this, but we want to leave some of the vegetables so that they're broken up into pieces. As you can see, it's now all pulverized, and we have left some of our chunks of our potatoes and our carrots. Now we add our 1 cup of sour cream and our wonderful, wonderful Philadelphia cream cheese that makes this just so thick and creamy and velvety, the secret to the soup. And that will soften and melt as it goes there. And last, we add 2 tablespoons of our red wine vinegar. Then we take our handheld mixer and mix this all again. Our soup is now ready. Isn't it look beautiful? It's creamy and delicious. To garnish, just use some of the bacon bits that you have reserved, and then some fresh chopped parsley that will give it lots of color. So here is our soup all ready to serve, and I have broken up big chunks of hearty bread that will go wonderfully with this soup. So I invite you, dear Paula, Kraft, and new friends, please come and enjoy my Old World soup. It will warm not only your body, but your soul. Eat, break bread with me, sit a spell, laugh, linger a while. You are welcome to my heart and to my home.